Kalani, how do you expect Zach to play tomorrow in basically his first bowl game?
Perfectly.
Tough.
That's what I'm praying for.
Did Kalani Sitake know something, or was his faith just rewarded? Either way, his quarterback, Zach Wilson, did exactly what his coach hoped he would do. A perfect performance against Michigan in the Idaho Potato Bowl. BYU trailed 10-7 at the half. I don't know what was said at halftime, but it worked. Zach Wilson to Dylan Collie for the second time in the game. BYU takes a lead they would not give up. Wilson's success in the throw game opened things up for the run game. Riley Burt, out of Box Elder High School, almost untouched. He rushed for 110 yards. The defense was terrific. Sione Takitaki in his last game as a Cougar, 19 tackles and a sack. And how about more from Zach? Still no incompletions in the third quarter. A 70-yard bomb to Alevihifa, one-handed. The Cougars led 35-10 after the third quarter. Zach Wilson with one more strike in this one in the fourth quarter to Dax Milne. 42-10 at that point. Zach was perfect. 18 of 18, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 completion short of setting a bowl record for consecutive completions. BYU wins big. Rod has reaction from Boise.
Well, Jeremiah, the third quarter, probably the best 15 minutes that BYU has played all year. 490 yards of total offense, completely dominating Western Michigan on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they shut them out. And offensively, they did it both on the ground and through the air. And, yeah, how about Mr. Zach Wilson? Let's just call him Mr. Perfect, shall we?
I don't know if it was perfect, but, I mean, according to the stats, I guess it is.
Have you ever been part of a perfect quarterback game?
No, but I've been on the other side of it a couple times where guys were really efficient, and I think the one that comes to mind was the Washington game in Wisconsin from last year, so it was nice to have that on our side for once.
We were so prepared for what we had going on. You know, everyone was invested. We had a great game plan going in, and everyone was on the same page.
Congratulations, a way to finish your season.
So BYU was 0 for 5 against the Boise State Broncos on their blue turf, but now Cougars 1-0 against the Western Michigan Broncos. They're the Potato Bowl champs, 49-18, your final. In Boise, I'm Rod Zundel, Sports Beat.
Thanks, Rod. Now to the NBA. Was the Jazz win over the Warriors Wednesday night a turning point in the season? Well, it could be. Jazz trying to take that momentum on the road in Portland against Damian Lillard and the Blazers. The Jazz had a terrific first half. Dante Exum off the bench with 6 assists. Derek Favors the finish, a 6-point lead at the half. They break the game open in the third. Unselfish play. Rudy the Hammer, his 27th double-double of the season. They were red hot from 3. Jay Crowder was 16. Korver had 18. Watch the ball move on this play. Rudy. Ooh, this is the offense we thought we'd see all year. Ricky Rubio with 24 to lead the way. Jazz win big by 30. Home with the Thunder Saturday night. Running Utes hosting Northern Arizona after a slow start. They take care of business in the second half. Donnie Tillman hammers home 2. Cedric Bearfield coming off the bench. 15 points, 3 of 8 from 3. Riley Batten had 13. Utes win. They host 6th-ranked Nevada on the 29th. And finally, some sad news to report. Utah State football assistant equipment manager Steve Wiley has died. You've seen him and his silver mullet on the Aggie sidelines for 20-plus years. The man they called Night Runner. Players called him Pops. Steve was a Vietnam vet who won a Bronze Star Medal for valor. He was 67 years old. We'll be right back.